Hi, welcome to this intermediate session where we're going to be talking about filter channels. My name is Paul Sonneveld and I'm the product owner here at Merchant Spring. And thank you so much for watching this session. Now, before we dive into filter channels, I want to talk a little bit about use cases, and I also want to talk about custom groups. Custom groups are really the building blocks to creating a filter channel. And you would have seen from our previous training sessions that the way you can create custom groups for a seller, it's a little bit different for a vendor, but the concept's the same. For a seller is to go to by sales by group and either create custom groups manually or create them through a bulk upload. Now, custom groups are really the building blocks of a filter channel, because as we'll see very shortly is when you create a filter channel, we need to give the system a list of ASINs to base that filter on. The way we do that is by selecting one of the groups that we've previously created. So the first thing you need to do before we start talking about filter channels at all is to create a custom group that you want to use for your filter channel. This also allows you, as a side benefit, just to make sure that you've selected all the right ASINs, and you can even do a sanity check on some of the sales and units and other metrics that are coming through to make sure that you've got the right group of ASINs for the filter. Now, in terms of a channel filter, what is it really? Now, I've created one here, and you can see it down here. It's called right now Distributor Dermifine. As you can see, it's got a slightly different icon. It's got sort of half a gray triangle there. Now, if I click on that, what you'll see is a very similar interface here that you'll see for the other channels. And by the way, I'm looking at a seller interface here, but vendor works the same as this. So the vast majority, about 80% of the reports that you're used to seeing for a particular channel are also available for a filter channel. But the trick here is that we have filtered all of these reports, everything from the overview to sales and traffic, to all the sales reports, profitability reports, operations, and even marketing. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. And we filtered all of those for those specific ASINs. Now, why do you may want to do that? A couple of use cases I have come across quite a lot. Firstly, you may be acting as the merchant of record for a number of brands. That is, you are selling your client's products through your own seller account. This channel filter will allow you to segregate that reporting by client and provide them with individual reports and all of the richness that Merchant Spring offers, but restricting that to those particular ASINs that they own. A similar story on the vendor side, where from a vendor point of view, your vendor might be distributing different brands. And again, it's a great way to report on those different brands. Or it may be a larger FMCG business that owns different brands, and there's a requirement for detailed reporting to different brand teams within your client. Brand A versus brand B versus brand C. So these are all good use cases. And the other benefit that really channel filters provide is that they not only allow you a detailed analytical view on a subset of ASINs like what you see here, but it also allows you to provide client login access to just this filter channel. So that way, one of your clients will only have access to the sales data and the profitability and analytics data for the ASINs that belong to them, and you're not sharing any other data within your Amazon seller account. And it also allows you to run a report. So, in our other sessions, we've gone over reporting modules. You can run a single report based on a filter channel. I've got some filters selected here, so you can't see that right now, but you can actually select your filter channel from this list as well and actually generate a one-off report or a recurring report through that. So there's lots of benefits to creating filtered channels. And some of you may be thinking, well, we've already have sales by group. Why should I be thinking about filtered channels? The answer is sales by group is great, allows you to do custom reporting, but it's largely sales focused. And it really provides you with some custom analysis capability. But it doesn't unlock all of the reports, including profitability, marketing, and the like, to really filter that for a specific brand within an Amazon seller or vendor channel. So there's lots of benefits to going the full way. Hopefully you're convinced. So let me show you how to actually do it. I'll come back to a sales by group, and I'll go back to the original account here, the Amazon seller demo. Remember, we have to create that particular group first. Once we're happy with the group that's been created here, we simply go to the Add Channel section here. And when we look down the list here, scroll down. So this is not on the main page here, but down on the drop down, you will notice that certain channels, and we'll be adding more of these as we go, but right now already for Amazon seller and Amazon vendor, you'll see these filtered options. Now, the process works the same for both, but what I can do here is I can click one of them. And the first question you ask then is to say, where does this data live? What's the master account, so to speak? Now, we know that it's in the US store here, for example. And then the second question that our system will ask you is, so what is the group that you want to base this filter channel on? So in this case, I want to use a specific brand, Dermafine, and I'll click that. Now, once I do that, the system will now check if an advertising platform is connected as well. In this case, I do not have an advertising platform connected, but if there is, we will actually give you the option of portfolio, which advertising portfolio you'd like to connect to that filtered channel. Certainly on the larger accounts, the advertising accounts are organized by portfolios, and they tend to correspond, not always, but they tend to correspond to the filter that you want to set up. So, for those marketing channels where you do have portfolios set up, we will give you the option of connecting that particular portfolio to the store. Now, once you've gone through that process, you will notice that there is an additional option that will now come up. So here we see that, filtered brand, Dermafine, and it will take, in this case, the data is already available, but keep in mind that it takes 24 hours for our system to set up the filters, to do all the aggregation, to do all the filtering, and for the data to become available. So for the first 24 hours, you'll see this channel, but the data will be blank. After that, it will update at the same speed that you'll see your other Amazon stores update as well. I hope that makes sense. And if you are resonating with one of the use cases that I mentioned at the start, feel free to play around with these, create some filter channels, and see if that works for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at the next training session. Thank you.